Hello, good afternoon, welcome to Camnet News. My name is Amazing Katamanda. Let's take a look at the stories that are making the headlines. The DC to provide 10 witnesses to testify in the death of OBED KASONGO. Zambia's President HAKAINDE HICHILEMA commissions the KENNETH KAUNDA Wing International Conference.
Team, the trajectory of the business looks very positive, and it looks like we'll be able to launch the...
She has so much data.
Mom?
Yes, baby?
It says here, global warming and climate change is caused by the pollution from careless activities of human beings.
Wow!
Son, do you know I can turn my phone into a TV remote?
How's that possible?
It's so easy. Check this out.
Be smart, be fast with mega data from ZAMTEL. Get your 15 GB mobile data for only 100 kwacha, 30 GB mobile data for only 200 kwacha, and your 70 GB LTE data bundle with free Netflix, YouTube, Facebook, and WhatsApp. Visit our Facebook page, website, or service centers countrywide for more information. ZAMTEL, your digital lifestyle partner.
Thank you for staying with us, and now the news in detail. The National Democratic Congress Party has vowed not to rest until justice is served on the death of its member OBED KASONGO. The NDC President Saboy Imboela has told the press conference that they are ready to provide witnesses to testify in this case. More in this report.
The death of OBED KASONGO is among political events that have left the country shocked at the levels of intolerance among political players, especially in the previous administration. There has been accusation and counter-accusation on the matter, with several fingers pointing at the Kabushi lawmaker, Bowman Lusambo, among others. The matter had vanished as the post-mortem report that was released by officials revealed that Mr. KASONGO died from malaria and not beatings. However, the matter has been restarted, with some United Party for National Development officials taking an interest by reporting would-be suspects or witnesses to the case. The Zambia police also confirmed that an inquest has been opened on the matter. And Tuesday, 31st May 2022, National Democratic Congress President Saboy Imboela informed the press that they will not rest until justice is served, saying there are many witnesses who are ready to testify on the matter.
Whole OBED case, trust me, the dockets are there. And the people from NDC, when the inquest is opened by the police, let me even make this point very clear. When the inquest is opened by the police, they should inform us. We have a whole list of witnesses, more than 10 witnesses that can come out and testify, because that car was full. There were people in front, there were people behind. You know, even the person that was actually driving the car, that was OBED's brother-in-law, right? Yeah, brother-in-law. He was even badly injured as well. Badly injured, you know. So all those people, we made sure they got police reports and they got, medical reports. They have them. So now that it's time to get justice, nobody should think, maybe this is happening, maybe no. And also even our friends from the PF, they should not think that by so doing we're fighting them, or, not fighting anyone. We are not fighting anyone. For us, all we want is justice.
She says the party does not need to seek permission of the family pertaining to the death of Mr. KASONGO, because it is now a matter of national interest.
No wonder we are happy with the inquest of the police that they're talking about, because them now they're going to exhume the body and start fresh investigations. Are you getting the point? So that we start challenging the same post-mortem results that we had challenged earlier on, So it has to start from there. And then the second thing is this: when it comes to murder is not a civil case where I have to decide or you have to decide whether it goes that route or that route. Murder is a criminal offense. So it's the state against the people that kill a person. So if it's going to be a murder case in that regard, it does not matter what the family says, by the way. It won't matter, let me say that, because it will be the state, the Zambian people, saying that these people killed a person and we are interested in this as a state, as a people of this country, But at that time now, the family also, I'm sure, they'll feel very, very happy because justice would have died.
Well, they say crimes may be secret, but they are not secure. For now, we can only wait and see where the wheels of justice will land us. Patrick Soko, Camnet News in Lusaka.
Zambia's President HAKAINDE HICHILEMA has commissioned the KENNETH KAUNDA International Conference Center in Lusaka. The conference center, which is a gift from the Chinese to the tune of 60 million United States dollars, has a seating capacity of 4,000 people. Speaking during the commissioning of the center, the president has thanked the Chinese government for having funded the construction, which he says will go a long way in boosting the country's network with other countries through international meetings and conferences that the center will be hosting. More in
this conference facility and others will contribute to Zambia's vision of becoming a hub for international conferences and meetings in our region and our continent. We are determined to attract more meetings, more conferences to be hosted here in this country. Deliberately so, because hosting of international conferences is part of our strategy to grow our economy, to create jobs for the youth that put us in office, for the women that work very hard against a hostile environment to deliver us into office, and to market our country's peace. Thank you, women. Thank you, the youth. We want to market our country's peace. Zambia is a special country.
Unity and enhances Zambia's national image. I believe that the success of this project embodies three precious spirits. First, the spirit of China-Zambia traditional friendship. Our friendship was established by the leaders of older generation of the two countries, including Chairman Mao Zedong and President Dr. Kenneth KAUNDA, and has been carried forward from generation to generation. 4 hours ago, His Excellency President Xi Jinping had a successful phone conversation with His Excellency President HICHILEMA, which has charted the course for China-Zambia relations to develop going forward. Zambia is the first country in Southern Africa to establish diplomatic relations with the People's Republic of China. The two countries have always treated each other as equals with respect and have given each other firm support on core interests and major concerns. We have forged a spirit of China-Zambia friendship that shares will and
A governance activist, Isaac Mwanza, has filed a petition in the Constitutional Court stating that President HAKAINDE HICHILEMA broke the law by practically labeling the Director of Public Prosecution, Lillian Siyuni, guilty before she can be probed or tried in a contempt court of law. Mr. Mwanza has also asked Judicial Complaints Commission Chairperson Vincent Malambo to execute himself from the DPP's case due to a serious factual case of conflict.
During a press conference held in April 2022 at State House by Zambia's Republican President HAKAINDE HICHILEMA, he said he had neither powers nor rights to give someone immunity from prosecution, hence branding the debate on whether or not former Konkola Copper Mines provisional liquidator Milingo Lungu negotiated his exit from KCM with the government as trivial. President HAKAINDE HICHILEMA further expressed his concern over the Director of Public Prosecution's Lillian Siyuni's decision to oppose the rearrest of Mr. Lungu. However, just few days after this conference was held, a governance activist, Isaac Mwanza, rushed to the Constitutional Court and filed a petition against government, seeking several reliefs, among them that President HAKAINDE HICHILEMA broke the law by practically labeling DPP Ms. Siyuni guilty before she is probed, tried in a competent court of law. In his petition, Mr. Mwanza further seeks an order that the Judicial Complaints Commission JCC Chairperson Vincent Malambo recuses himself from handling the complaints involving the DPP because he was at the same law firm with Justice Minister Mulambo Haimbe, who urged him to expedite the process. In his petition, Mr. Mwanza cited the Attorney General as the respondent. After several days, government has now responded to his petition. In an affidavit in opposition filed before court, Attorney General Mulilo Kabesha urges that there have been significant lapses on the part of the DPP, which requires thorough, independent and fair investigation by relevant bodies, does not in any way infringe on the independence of the Judicial Complaint Commission. Government has further submitted before the Constitutional Court that the allegations raised by Mr. Mwanza are premature and do not reap for determination by the court, as the Judicial Complaint Commission, JCC, has neither constituted itself nor begun to deliberate on the complaint in issue. Mr. Mwanza in his petition is also seeking an order and declaration that the announcement by the executive through the Minister of Justice that it has found anomalies in the conduct of the DPP in the absence of legitimate body undertaking an inquiry offends Article 144(2) of the Constitution and therefore illegal. Miriam Kaimba reporting for Camnet TV News.
A witness has told the court that he spoke on the phone with one of the alleged owners of the infamous 51 houses in Lusaka's Chalala area before renting one of the houses. This is in a matter in which Charles Loyana and his wife Susan Loyana are charged with concealing and being in possession of property suspected to be process of crime amounting to about 37.9 million kwacha.
An acting senior registrar in the Ministry of Lands, Mason Konde 36, has testified in the 51 infamous houses case before Fides Amaundu that on 27th January 2021, she was approached by SCC to issue a statement relating to property number L19897M and L19897MA. She says it was discovered that there was a power of attorney registered in 2017 from Yusuf Muhammad Ishmael to Lombe Bwalia and Associates and not Loyana on the property number L19987MA, and there was one power of attorney registered between Patel Ahmed Yaqub and Zaki Hussein Kankara. In her testimony, she alleged that Ishmael Yusuf is still the title holder of the remaining extent of L19987M and L19987MA is still registered under Yaqub Ahmed Patel. Meanwhile, another witness, Kambali Kalionto, testified that he spoke on phone with one of the alleged owners of the infamous 51 houses in Lusaka's Chalala area before renting one of the houses. When the matter came up for continuation of trial, Kalionto was challenged to state whether he had ever spoken to the two accused persons physically. In response, the witness alleged that he did not speak to the suspects physically, but to a Susan Sinkala on phone. He told the court that he was given to sign a tenant's agreement which had the name Susan Sinkala on it, and payment for rentals were made to a Mr. Bruce Shikawa, who used to make payments for the house. Shikawa, in his testimony, accepted making the payments for the rentals and alleged that the owner of the house was Charlie Chitala and that his wife Susan Sinkala was the one in charge. In this matter, Charles Loyana and his wife Susan Loyana are charged with concealing and being in possession of properties suspected to be process of crime amounting to about 37.9 million kwacha. Lusaka Magistrate Fides Hamaundu has adjourned the matter to 1st June 2022 for continuation of trial. Nelson Zulu for Camnet News.
That item brings us to the end of our media news, but before we go, we take a look at the stories that are making the headlines. The NDC to provide 10 witnesses to testify in the death of OBED KASONGO. Zambia's President HAKAINDE HICHILEMA commissions the Kenneth Kaunda Wing International Conference Center. These are the stories that we had for you on our media news deck. Thank you for joining us. My name is Amazing Katamanda. Good afternoon.